Good afternoon, my dear students. Today we are going to see a new chapter, chapter 14, electric current and its effects. So, did you see any electric circuit which contain different types of things like electric cell? Batteries will be the bulb, small bulb will be the then on and off switches will be the then batteries will be the and also we will use wire. So in this chapter we will learn about the electric circuit, how we can make electric circuit. Okay. So in this slide, you can see different electric components. The first one is electric cell. Okay, electric cell contain one side it will be positive and another side will be negative. Right? All of you have seen electric cell. Right? So the electric cell contain two parts. First one side will be positive and one side will be negative. The next one, it is denoted by the symbol like dark color. You can see in this slide, dark one side and light big line in one side. Okay. So next one is electric bulb. Okay, so it is denoted by the symbol. You can see the symbol here. Okay, these symbols you should learn. It will ask for match the following and in different questions. Okay, then switching on. Switching on means that wire is connected to that material properly. Okay. Switch is off means it is disconnected. You can see the connected line. It will be joined and connected one. Disconnected one will be that connection will not be there. You can see it will up. Okay. Then battery. Battery means when the two cells are connected, when positive is connected to negative and then next positive is connected to next negative of the cell, then it will form a battery. Okay, when the two cells are connected, that forms a battery. Okay, positive should connect with negative, then only circuit will be completed. Last one, you can see wire. Wire is denoted by symbol line, so you have to learn the symbols also. Okay. Many devices such as torches, transistors, toys, then TV remotes use batteries. Okay. So, however, in some of these devices, the electric cells are not always placed one after the other. As you can see in this slide, maybe it is connected to parallelly or horizontally. Okay. Sometimes the cells are placed side by side. Then, how are the terminals of the cells connected? So you can see in this slide the positive will be connected to negative and then again positive will be connected to negative like that it will go. So look carefully inside the back compartment of any device. There is usually a thick wire or a metal strip connecting the positive terminal of one cell to the negative terminal of the next cell. In order to help you to place the cells correctly in the battery, you can see positive. Just if you are feeling any doubt, you can check it. You can see plus sign and minus sign. So you can keep the batteries correctly inside the device. You can also buy the cell holders from the market for making batteries of two or more electric cells. So place the cell them properly such that the positive terminal of one cell is connected to the negative terminal of the next cell. Connect a piece of wire each to the two metal clips on the cell holder. You can see in this slide. It is a one form of cell holder. Now you can see a circuit, an electric circuit you can see in this slide, right? So you can make your own electric circuit by using a battery, okay, a cell, a bulb, two wires and a connecting device. Okay, so like this you can make your own circuit. So when you connect this one properly with a cell, the bulb will glow. So you have to learn the circuit diagram of the electric cell, which contain using the symbols. You can see different symbols. For bulb you can see one symbol, right? Then for battery, one dark line and one big small line, not that much dark line, light line you can see. Okay, then below you can see that connection circuit. Okay, so like this you can draw electric circuit. So the bulb will glow when the circuit is in on position. Okay, you can see a dark line. If it is connected only, the bulb will glow. If it is disconnected, that will be in off position and bulb will not glow. Okay, the bulb will not glow. So notice that the key or the switch can be placed anywhere in the circuit. When the switch is on position, the circuit from the positive terminal of the battery to the negative terminal is complete. The circuit is then set to be closed and the current flows throughout the circuit instantly. When the switch is in off position, the circuit is incomplete. It is said to be open. No current flows through any part of the circuit. You can see in the next diagram. In the bulb, there is a thin wire called filament. You can see if you take and see the bulb, you can see one small filament, thin wire you can see. That is known as the filament. It glows when an electric current passes through it. When the bulb gets fused, its filament is broken. Okay. So the light will glow only when the switch is in on position. And if the switch is in off position, you can see in this light that it is not connected. It is lit up. That is off position. Then the bulb will not glow. Now we will see the heat effect of electric current. So take an electric bulb, electric cell, a switch and connecting wires. Make an electric circuit. You can see in this picture, you can see electric circuit. This activity has to be done using only one cell. Keep the cell in off position. Does the bulb glow? Touch the bulb. Now move the electric switch to the on position and let the bulb glow for a minute. Again touch the bulb. Do you feel any difference? After moving the switch back to off position, touch the bulb again. You can feel heat, right? Why that heat is coming? Because the wire gets hot when an electric current passes through it. This is the heat effect of the electric current. After after the bulb glows after few minutes, if we off the switch and take the bulb, it will be very hot, right? That is the heat effect of electric current. So you might have seen an electric room heater or an electric heater which is used for cooking. All this contain a coil. You can see in the slide, it contains an coil which becomes hot when current flows through it. Right. So all this containing a coil of wire. This coil of wire is called an element. You may have noticed that when these appliances are switched on after connecting to the electric supply, these elements become red hot and give out heat. The amount of heat produced in a wire depends on its material, length, and thickness. Thus, for different requirements, the wires of different materials and different length and thickness are used. The wires used for making electric circuits do not normally become hot. On the other hand, elements of some electric appliances became so hot that they are easily visible. The filament of electric bulbs get heated to such a high temperature that it starts glowing. If a large current passes through a wire, the wire may become so hot that it may even melt or break. So, but it is possible for a wire to melt and break. Now we will see how what will happen if a high current is passing through this filament and how it will break. Now we will see that one. Maybe in your home you have seen fuses, right? So what is the use of the fuse when suddenly a high current is passing through your home or your house? Suddenly, if nothing is there, it can damage, it can cause damage to the electric appliances. So to prevent that one in our home or in any place, we can see electric fuse. So electric fuse are the wires made from some special materials which melt quickly and break when large electric currents are passed through them. These wires are used for making electrical fuses. So once again I will tell, wires made from some special materials which melt quickly and break when large electric current pass through them. So these are known as the electric fuses. In all buildings, fuses are inserted in all electrical circuits. There is a maximum limit on the current which can safely flow through the circuit. If by accident or power variations, if the current exceeds this safe limit, the wire melts and block. Okay, it will be overheated and may cause fire. If a proper fuse is there in the circuit, it will blow off and break the circuit. So a fuse is thus a safety device which prevents damages to electrical circuit and possible fires. Okay, so if fuse is not there, if any high current is coming to any building or your home, it can cause damage. Maybe it can cause fire also if any high current is coming. So if fuse is there, if any high current is coming, it will automatically melt and it will break the electric current. Okay, so no damage will happen to your home. So fuses of different kinds are used for different purpose. So you can see in this slide, you can see one type of fuse which we use in our home. So nowadays we can see another type of fuse that is known as the miniature circuit breaker. These days, miniature circuit breakers are increasingly being used in places of fuses. These are the switches which automatically turn off when current in a circuit exceeds the safe limit. You turn them on and the circuit is once again complete. You can see this miniature circuit breaker in different type in nowadays in home and all we can see this MCB miniature circuit breaker. Now we will see the magnetic effect of electric current. Can we make a magnetic current magnet by using electric current? For that we will do one experiment. Okay. So for that take a cardboard tray from inside a discarded matchbox. The wrap an electric wire a few times around this cardboard tray. Place a small compass needle inside it. Now connect the free ends of this wire to an electric cell through a you can see in this slide. Okay. Through a switch you can connect it. Note the direction in which the compass needle is pointing. Bring a bar magnet near the compass needle. Then observe what happens. Now while watching the compass needle carefully, make the switch to on position. What do you observe? Does the compass needle deflect? It will move. Move the switch back to the off position and does the compass needle come? You can check the position. Okay. Repeat this experiment. So this is done by a scientist called Hans Christian Ørsted. By doing that, he was the first person who noticed the deflection of compass needle every time the current was passed through the wire. So when electric current passes through a wire, it behaves like a magnet. Okay, this is the magnetic effect of electric current. Once again, I will tell, if an electric current passes through a wire, it behaves like a magnet. Okay, so electric current can be used to make magnets. Okay, so this is known as the electromagnet. So when the electric current passes through a wire, it behaves like a magnet. So this technique is we used in different cases to for the electric bill that we will use this electromagnets. So now we will see what are electromagnets. Okay. So for that, we will do one small experiment. Take around 75 centimeter long piece of insulated flexible wire and an iron needle of height 6 to 10 centimeter. Wind the wire tightly around the nail in the form of a coil. You can see in this slide, coil that wire with your coil the needle with wire. Okay, connect the free ends of the wire to the terminal of a cell through a switch. Place some pins on or near the end of the nail. Now switch on the current. What happened? Do the pins cling to the tip of the nail? Switch off the current. Are the pins still clinging to the end of the nail? So you can see what all changes will happen. The coil in the above activity behaves like a magnet when the electric current flows through it. When the electric current is switched off, the coil generally loses its magnetism. Okay, so when the switch is on, the coil, the iron nail is there, no, which is surrounded by wire that will behave like a magnet when the switch is on, and when the switch is off it will be normal. The magnetic property will lose. So that is known as that coil is known as the electromagnets. So electromagnet can make very strong and can lift very heavy loads. Okay, it has the capacity to lift very heavy loads. So the end of such a chain has a strong electromagnet attached to it. The electromagnets are also used to separate magnetic material from the junk. The doctors use the tiny electromagnet to take small pieces of magnetic material if a person accidentally fallen in the eye or any part of the body. Many toys also have electromagnet inside them. Okay, so in different purposes for different cases, we are using electromagnets. So one of the important use of electromagnet is in the case of electric bell. So you can see in the slide of the electric circuit of electric bell. It consists of a coil of wire wounded on a iron piece. The coil acts as an electromagnet. You can see in the slide one, two rods are there, iron piece is there which is surrounded by coil. Okay, an iron strip with a hammer at one end is kept close to the electromagnet. There is a contact screw near to the iron strip. When the iron strip is in contact with the screw, the current flows through the coil, which becomes an electromagnet. It then pulls the iron strip. In the process, the hammer at the end of the strip strikes the gong of the bell to produce the sound. When the electromagnet pulls the iron strip, it also breaks the circuit. The current through the coil stops flowing. So this after when the once the switch is off, that will change into normal condition. Okay, when the switch is on only, the coil behaves like a magnet. The coil is when the power is gone, the coil is no longer an electromagnet. It no longer attracts the iron strip. Iron strips come back to its original position and touches the contact screw again. This completes the circuit. The current flows in the coil and the hammer strikes the gong again. This process is repeated. Whenever we are ringing the bell, that coil will form as a magnet. It will behave as a magnet and it will ping. It will, with the help of the hammer, it will touch the gong. And if the current is not there, again it will come back to normal position. It will not be an electromagnet. Okay, the process is repeated in quick succession. The hammer strike the gong every time the circuit is completed. That's why how we are hearing the bell ring. Okay, I hope this chapter is clear to you.